Okay, this is the one we was waiting for. Giannis Antetokounmpo. By the way, I was totally wrong. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been traded from the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 years in Milwaukee has come to an end. He will join Bam Adebayo in Miami. The Milwaukee Bucks end up getting Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis, Yakin Jonas, 3 first-round picks, including the number 13 one-pick swap, 1 second round. So let's talk about it all. So when we first heard about Giannis wanting to get traded, I thought the best fit would be the Celtics because the Celtics will be able to pretty much give up the least amount and still make the money work and still retain a lot of their team. But knowing the Bucks, knowing who they have on their roster, knowing who they have in Giannis, they wanted to get the best possible haul for a first ballot generational talent who can still put up crazy numbers and can still be an MVP in his league. And to be completely honest, I don't blame him. I just didn't think Miami was going to give up all of that. In the league, in the days leading up to this, everybody was sort of adding in other teams and things of that nature for the sole purpose because they probably figured Miami wasn't going to want to give up all of that. In the end, this shows how much Giannis is really worth. Tyler Hero was an all-star caliber player. Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis, all those guys are young, talented dudes who certainly have the potential to be all-star caliber players. Then you give up 3 firsts and a pick swap and a second rounder. I'm not saying Giannis isn't worth it. With the way Miami has been moving throughout these past off seasons, not really pulling the trigger, not necessarily wanting to gut their entire team. There were reports earlier today from Miami sources saying that they didn't want to gut their entire team, and they pretty much end up doing that. Now listen, obviously you still got Bam. That's the most important thing. Still got Norman Powell. Still got Andrew Wiggins. And then you got a couple of, solid bench guys. Damian Mitchell is still there. Pele Lawson is still there. So they still got some guys on the squad. And Miami, I've said it before, has one of the best talent development systems, meaning they can take guys who are low second-round picks, guys who are, two-way guys, and make them viable options on the team. And to be completely honest, Giannis had stated that he wanted to go to Miami in the first place, so this isn't really a surprise. I think the Bucks did a really, really good job of trying to stay true to what their superstar wanted, knowing that their relationship had sort of come to an end, although he did bring them a championship. So I think they did right by him in this regard. And it doesn't hurt that they ended up getting a haul for Giannis, a haul. Not saying that the Bucks are going to be an extremely great team next year or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But they're not in the gutter. They're not in the gutter. I think they'll be at least viable to the point where they'll be able to tread water and sort of live in that play-in lane, that play-in area in the Eastern Conference. But yeah, man, huge trade. Who are your winners? Who are your losers? Go ahead and tell me. Right now, I'm thinking, just off the strength of this alone, I'm thinking Miami won. Miami won the trade. You pair Bam with Giannis, you still got Wiggs, and you still got Norman Powell. Now they got to figure out the bench. But once again, like I said before, they got some really good talent development in Miami. Eric Spoelstra is a master at finding guys that are two-way guys, low-level second-round picks, things of that nature, maybe sometimes even undrafted, and finding space for them in his rotation and making them viable pieces. So I'm not guaranteeing it's going to happen, but he has a very good track record. And that staff, they do a very good job of, developing their talent. But let me know what y'all think, man. Giannis in Miami. Wow.